All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Go. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Begin. 36.
Now.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
I got you, Pop. Right, 55.
Come.
55.
Greystone, Travis.
Tackle. Joker.
Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
55. Check, 55.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Look at me. Zipper. Big grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment, you see, That's normally something you see down near the goal line, because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's top right there. Everyone, go.
Hey, orbit.
Check 9, check 9.
Hey. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Now a give, right side. Ball. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got a seal. I can't believe we let you play.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check three. Watch the safety creep. Watch out.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
This one fielded at the 5. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
These two teams all tied after 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, Delta.
Switch. Watch the ship.
You draw quarters.
Watch the ship.
Now.
Fresno. Check.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Penny. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This will be taken short. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Come on, set. Touchdown. Mike over there. Hey. Switch off. Watch the out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Check 13.
Hey, my 7. Now.
2nd and 5. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. For the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
When you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken very short.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 19. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Penny. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to rifle one deep left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Derwin, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Safe. Hey, move right.
From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
No. Me. Jim.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the read. They're running it. Go. SOS. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike. 50.
Jackson flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check. Lucky. Slam. Out. Hatchet. He's coming. He's in there.
On 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. They will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Pick it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Set, ready? 60 on. He's coming. We got double up.
Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there and it's second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
55. Right there. There. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go right here now. Now.
Penny, the first down carry. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
that right now. That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, they'll set up a screen for Breida. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. No. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Ain't no such thing as a...
Now Jackson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mike 54.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see.
Let's go.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
You don't want none. Go.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch.
Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Cuts it out to the sideline, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And a Raven first down.
Quarterback, don't get... We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
70, Indy.
It's a gain of 5.
Kill. 61, matchbox, right.
32-yard
Switch. Hurry up, let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Pilot, 6 minutes.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 8, read. Shift. Deuce. Gone. Hustle. Check 31. Shit.
Now it's Penny. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, Sam off. Rock it. Joker. Kill.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may be that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will.